rescue dog. Her name is Tanuki, or Nuki for short. She looks like a raccoon dog. I'll get you a picture. Hold on. That's what I'm struggling with here. She also looks like a Zigzagoon, or Zigzagoon, if you know Pokemon. But yeah, she looks just like the damn thing. I'll share 2 pictures here, or 2 posts. They've got multiple pictures. So here's first one. She has this incredible set of fangs on her underbite. It's like all of her teeth are basically kind of gone, except for these 2 massive honkers on the bottom. It's great. But she looks exactly like this Pokemon. Like, exactly. So, she's extremely sweet, too. Like, I'm floored at how absolutely sweet she is. She loves to be held like a baby. Like, if you hold her on her back, she'll be asleep in like 30 seconds flat. It's crazy. She's the softest animal I've ever felt in my entire life. It's incredible. I can't even explain how soft she is. It's like baby duck down or something. Oh yeah, we did this last time. Totally forgot about this. I should really put this up on the website. I gotta finish it first, but alright. Yeah, we did this last time. It needs a little bit of a color punch and then it should be good. Yeah, she's adorable. Extremely sweet. Up till midnight, PSC. Only problem is I'm EST, so I saw 3 balls drop. That's a way to say that. Wow. Well, at least you got to see 1, let alone 3. That's great. Wait for Patreon mail. Yes, so Patreon stuff went out. Let's see. These went out, the Clover cards that have the story on the back. This doesn't have it, but usually it looks like EA. So, superimpose. Pew. So that's the front. The back's going to look something like this. And you'll be getting that probably within the next 2 to 3 days. Probably Monday through Wednesday, somewhere in there. Curious Collectors, yours went out yesterday. So probably by the end of the week you should have that. And let's see. Curious Collector Digital, yours went up yesterday too. There's also a Patreon post that's new that's got a whole bunch of unposted art, process gifts, letting you know what's coming up in the next week, let alone the next month. I'm going to be doing around 3 different posts in January about, one's the sculpt I did. I'm going to do all these now since I have the time to do it. That sculpt I did, I'm going to do kind of a step-by-step of how I did that, what I used, all that stuff. My stream setup over time, what I have now and what I started with, and links for everything in case you want it. And then just a regular kind of tutorial post on a piece I did recently. Some of you were here for the stream that I did, like one of the parts on. So that'll go up too. So there's at least 3 of those things. And what else? There's Devoted Dandikin. I'm still working on your stuff. But yeah, I think we're caught up mainly with that news. Sad news, I took my Patreon to the UK to show my dad and I lost the stickers, but he loved them and said you have a lot of skill. Oh, thank you, Cat Dad. Which stickers? Which Guardian? I can send you some new ones. That stuff happens. Yay, Helene! Yeah, it's on the way. So hopefully, Helene, the post goes quick and you'll have it soon. And speaking of post, I was thinking maybe today we could do 1 or 2 things. I was thinking about letting you guys vote on it if you feel like voting. I always think it's kind of fun to do it. Let me see if I can pull up this thing. I know we have what's the dashboard do? Is this what I want? That is not what I want. Okay, hold on. Dashboard? Did I just click the same thing twice? No. No, I didn't. Oh my god, I might have. Idiot. Okay, wait a minute. Oh my god, Ashley. Oh, I think maybe I minimized it. Whatever. I'll have you guys just vote. Do you want me to do a interior or maybe exterior, just in general, a post office for birds? Because I kind of feel like doing that. Or more of a cozy inside corner piece. What are you thinking? The snug? Yes, I will send you new snug stickers. I still have to send you that other thing anyway, Cat. Snug stickers for Cat. Did you just lose the stickers, Cat? Or did you lose the whole lore and everything too? Because I can send you a whole new set if you just lost the whole thing. That's totally cool. You have the lore? Okay. Whew. And I'm curious, for those of you who get the physical Curious Collectors, do you actually look at the digital ones to see like the animations and the audio that we do? Or do you just... I'm cool with whatever you do. I just want to know, just from a curiosity standpoint, if the physicals look at the digitals. Oh, Sketch, really? I feel so special. Oh, cool. Okay, good. That's perfect. That's what I usually hope for people to do, but you never know, you know. I just think Dennis does such a good job reading the lore. It makes me a little bit nervous because sometimes I'll write something, you know, and I'll be like, oh man, you know, Gabe will read it. Like, I'll have Gabe read it for, like, you know, what's just readability purposes, if it's interesting, whatever, and get his feedback. And then, you know, if it passes by him, then I just ship it over to Dennis to do the reading. But sometimes I wonder, I'm like, if Dennis thinks this is crap and he has to read it, I wonder if he, you know, he never tells me, but I tell him to tell me, and he just reads it, so hopefully he likes everything he reads. Don't worry, this is coffee. It's not alcohol. Oh, thank you, Sketch. That's very sweet of you. Oh, Cat! Thank you for the $5! Are those new mushrooms in here? Is that what that is? Are those little new mushrooms? Thank you, Cat. I appreciate it. Oh, no, by 2022. Oh my god, I am with you on that. We are getting dangerously low on money. Probably shouldn't have got the dog, but it was one of those things. He had to. But yeah, we were getting pretty low. And I had lost maybe like five or six patrons in December, so that kind of scared me. But right now my Patreon is kind of all of our income until like March. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully our measly savings will hold out and we can just eat, like, you know, frugally, I'll say. Let's see if I missed anything. Does anybody have anything fun to report from the past week? Oh, you're welcome, Kat. The drawing options. Yes. Let me write them down. Okay, so the drawing options were 1. Post office. I'm thinking Burbs. 2. Cozy corner. Interior. The post office, I'm not sure if I want it to be the inside or outside. I think it might be the outside. I think that'd be cuter to draw. Well, maybe. I don't know. I feel like doing an inside corner. But yeah, those are our 2 choices. You feel like 2? So we're tied currently. 3 weeks in the UK without getting COVID. Good job. Oh, dang. Yeah, Sketch, I actually would like that. I'm curious. I'm curious what your rules would be. Let's see though. I wonder. Nobody wants to do a rule or sorry tiebreaker here. If not, I'll just I guess make that choice. Or maybe I can kind of combine them. Or maybe I do something completely different than these two. I think I would still like an interior. I think I've done a lot of exterior isometrics in the past year. I haven't done enough interiors. Sophia, you say one? Okay. Maybe I can kind of show the inside and the outside of post office. Let me think of how to do that. But yeah, you guys, tell me like what's going on. How was your week? Did anybody do anything last night? Or did we all go to bed before midnight? Nothing wrong with that. Just throwing that out there. Alright, let me see if I can think of how to kind of do this. Maybe it would be cute to show inside and outside. My week was crazy. I am so tired. I pushed myself way too hard. I did too many things. I'm dead. D-E-D dead. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Sketch, I'm glad you didn't push it. I'm glad you went to bed early so you could, get some rest. You flew back yesterday and you feel zero shame. Why would you feel any shame? You shouldn't feel shame for coming back. I guess we could do like a cutaway. So it might be cute if there's like a landing perch. I'm probably not going to stream too long today because of it, but then again, I always say that and we end up streaming 2 or 3 hours anyway. We'll see what happens. And I kind of want to make spherical birds on this one. Like, I am not going for realism at all. I just want little spheres. So, I know a few of you would be on board with that. Little airplane spheres. For falling asleep at night? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're probably jet lagged too, right? Oh, really, Yushin? Oh, no. I'm sorry you didn't get the fireworks you deserved. Yeah, I don't know. I think I was also bummed out about Betty White. Like, that one really... I don't know why that hit me so bad. It's not like I'm a huge fan or anything, but... I loved her just as who she was. She was great. But also she shares my birthday, which I don't know if anybody else is like this or it's just me, but I feel like people that share your birthday with you, you have some weird kindred thing. I don't know. So like it hit me hard in a weird way. Like, 17 more days and she would have been 100. Like, so close. Oh, if that were me, I would have died pissed off. Even if she died in her sleep, I would have died pissed off that I was so close. Yeah, don't you feel like some sort of unspoken, like, connection with people that have your birthday? I don't know. I even feel that way about people who have a January birthday like me. It's just, there's something there. Also, it's like snowstorming like crazy outside right now, which is awesome because that's what I'm about. I love it. This is the second time it snowed this whole season, and it is hardcore, which is nice because my Minnesota heart is happy. Does anyone have any goals for 2022? Kat asks. Good question. Can I highlight that? Or does it have to be something special? Damn it. Well, Kat's right. Does anybody have any 2022 goals? That's going to be really hard to say, by the way. 2022. Because I feel like a lot of people are just going to be like, what's your birthday, Yushin? You don't have to say the year, but, I mean, when is it? You feel the connection? Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. And yeah, same day and year would be extra crazy. The 8th of April. I know maybe 2 Aprils? I don't know if either of them are the 8th. One of them has an April Fool's Day birthday. The other one, I don't remember her birthday. I know it's in April, but it never like came up very often. The thing about cutaways is you have to make sure if you cut away, it looks purposeful, or else it just looks like part of the building's been ripped off or destroyed. Do you? Oh, that's so cool. I'm actually surprised you get along with somebody who's the exact same star sign and stuff as you. I don't know. I loosely believe in those. And I think there is some truth to them. So whenever, somebody gets along with another, like me and another Capricorn, that's kind of rare. I feel like usually Capricorns don't hang out or get along with other Capricorns. We're kind of weird. But I don't know, I think that's cool when other signs can. Yeah, ASL. I would love to do that. Gabe and I started talking about actually getting to learn it. We know some things just because, but it'd be great to learn more. Oh, nurtures impact us. Oh, that's probably true. Maybe not a little post office then. Oh, are you, Sketch? Yeah, that'd be important then. Definitely should. It's weird because I feel like doing something isometric but not rigid isometric. Like, a lot of isometric stuff is pretty rigid. It's based on the grid. And I don't really want to do that. I want to do more organic stuff, but I want to do it at that kind of perspective, but loosely have, anything that would be rigid be a little bit like, meh. A deaf friend, they're Americans, so they use ASL and they gave me a sign. They gave you a sign. Pigeon. Is that it? Pigeon? Either that or bird. Oh, cute. I didn't know you could make, like, your own sign name. That's cool. That's like having another username in a different language or something. That is so cool, Sketch. I love that idea. Okay, so truthfully, I'm in love with this fat bird, but I'm not digging this thing. Oh, you have to be given one by a deaf person? Did they make up the sign then? Or do they take something that kind of exists? You said modified version, so I'm guessing it already kind of existed? Ah, that's so cool. I had no idea about this. That feels extra special too, since, I mean, they haven't been able to, hear how our words and names work. So yeah, coming from them, that'd be extra awesome. It is like learning in another language completely. Oh, Sketch. Absolutely. Especially if they hit on the nose like that. That's great. Okay, so I think I might do... I want this to be big and chunky. Big and chunky elements. But I also don't know if I want... Do I want an oven? What part of a house should I do? Or maybe just a sleeping bird? Oh yeah, oh no, I got it. Shut up, I got it. Don't say things. Okay. Going for it. I don't know if it's a good idea, but it's a fun idea. So I'm gonna just do it up. If I ever got a signing, it might probably just be the sign for the bird, but they went, actually, I give you one. Oh, that is so nice. Cortana. I don't want Cortana. Get out of here. Show me how you would make your hand to make a fox? Oh god. A fox. I don't know. Maybe like... No, that's not gonna look right. I feel like it's something like this? Like... Oh my god. I'm striking out at this. Maybe like that? Like a profile of a fox or a straight on fox? No, this looks wrong. Maybe like that? I don't know. Pointer and little finger up. Pointer and little finger up. Other fingers and thumbs straight out. Oh, a fox head. Yeah, that makes sense. This looks like a llama to me though. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like for a fox ears, they'd have to be like shorter. Something. But this looks like a llama. I would be like, yo, this is like a llama. Or an alpaca. I know this is like a bunny. Because of the teeth. Oh, there it is. Suddenly they're bunny. But yeah. Open and close the mouth twice by your cheek, and that's my side. Oh. By your cheek. So you go like that? Or open and close like that? Like a pinch or a like a fist close? Either way, those are fun. The pinch? Cool. So this is your name? That's easy too, I like that. How cool. Sketch, that's so neat. What a gift to be given. Okay, I think we're gonna make like a little, like, I don't know, clay-made stone oven here for the bird. I think that'd be cute. So it can stay warm, and then I figure a bird wouldn't be really lounging in a like chair, I guess. I could put it in a little nest. I thought about putting it on a perch though. Maybe we'll do two. Hold on. Oh, you miss your pigeons. I'm just going full-blown cozy. We're going blankets, going the whole 9. And then maybe we've got another burp up here. I like showing outside like weather too, just because it makes you feel like you're extra cozy when you see the contrast. That's one of my favorite things. A month, oh yeah, give him so much seed. Give him all the damn seed. Man, this is still... Alright, I'm gonna sharpen this. It's gonna be loud, so I'm gonna mute it. Hold on. Oh, knitting a duck? Yeah. Love it. Moby Duck. I'm not worthy of this name. Stuck is already cooler than I'll ever be. Maybe I want this to actually be... big wrinkly blankets. I was gonna have this hang from the ceiling, but I think now, just how it is placed, I can have it kind of just be in the wall. So we'll just go that route. Let's go back to Kat's question. I know a lot of people don't want to make resolutions. I'm totally fine with that. But what's something you'd want to do or try or anything regarding this year? Could be good, could be bad, could be, you know, anything other than a goal too if you don't want a goal. But anything to do with this year that you feel like sharing. I mean, aren't resolutions just goals? Technically? I prefer every year, actually during our stream we would have had last night. Last night was the first night in I think like 6 years we didn't have a New Year's Eve stream. And usually on the New Year's Eve stream we talk about a word. And every like New Year's Eve we revisit the word we had chosen the previous year for that year, see how accurate it was, and then pick a new word for the new year. I think mine was reclamation for last year. Or was it rebirth? It was one of the two. I think it was reclamation, but I can't remember. Either way, so if you haven't done this before, pick a word that you kind of want to encapsulate the next year. It's a lot easier to focus on and kind of meditate on than just a whole idea of goals. And I like it just because it's simpler. I'm very much a simplistic person when it comes to stuff. I like to keep things simple. I like to be concise. I like to get straight to the point. So this system works well for me. And maybe for those of you who just don't want to spend too much time on it, but you want to have something to shoot for, it can work pretty well. I failed by January 5th. Hoping to journal each day, even if it's just a collage, but I will acknowledge each day. I think that's good. I've done like what I started doing in my journal to make sure, and it's actually a planner, to make sure I write in it every day, is if I don't write the to-do things in there, I make sure to at least write at the end of the day what I did, so I know I didn't waste a day. Because like I went through this stint where I wasn't writing in my planners, so I'd look back, I'm like, what did I even do? The thing was, I was so busy, I didn't have time to write in the planners anything. Like, majority of the time I was used to writing my to-do lists on Post-it notes and then tossing them, right? But I wanted more of a record of what I've done, so I can say, yeah, my life was crazy, look at this, right? So I find that that's a good way. If you don't want to preview the day, review the day. You know what I mean? So it's nice that way, because I'm not the type to like actually journal. Like, I felt today, blah blah blah, and I know that's good for some people. I can't do that. I don't like talking about my thoughts like in words. You know, I have them, and it's like whatever. You know, I acknowledge them. I know I'm pretty self-aware when it comes to that stuff. So what I like to write down is actually, like, you know, facts, like what happened. What am I going to do tomorrow? What happened today that has to carry on another day? You know, part 1's done. What about part 2? Things like that. Not a goal, but I started doing New Year cross stitch. Ooh! So you're doing a duck and a cross stitch already, and it's just day 1? Damn, Sketch. What's your cross stitch of? I'm going to use an empty mixed media book so I can either write or draw or stick anything, and some days I can just do lots of pages, and others I can just write. Today was canceled. Oh no. Oh man. I feel you on that. The past 2 days were actually the worst I've had in like a month. They were pretty bad. It was one of those things, like, everything that was tiny would go wrong. Like, you'd drop something, you'd spill something, you'd get soap in your eye. I got soap in my eye twice in the same shower, like, session. What was that? Why? That didn't make sense. So, like, all things happened the past 2 days, and it sucked because I was really trying the past 2 days to get everything out. You know, the Patreon update, the Patreon rewards, all those things. Trying to get them done and out, and it was just a mess. I was trying so hard to do it. I did it, and I'm really proud of that, but at what cost? Like, it was just crazy. Like, the whole week was just all over the place. Luckily, Gabe was helping me with a lot of things because, you know, having the new dog and then having all those things, like, oh my gosh, he's been an angel. Typical Gabe, but, you know. Okay, so that one's up there. Very cozy. Very happy. 2021 went so fast. I have no idea what I did, so I don't want to miss another year. Yeah, right? I kind of feel the exact same. Like, it went so fast. It really just felt like 2020 again. In a lot of ways. I know I did so much, but I don't know. I know I was rushing a lot of things. Like the apparel, I want to go back to doing more of those shirts and stuff too. Because I basically did like 3 shirts, some totes, some mugs and stuff, threw it up there and was like, all right, here it is. And then I never told anybody again that it was up there. It's like, well, this stuff exists. It's just I don't post about it. I don't know. Right? It's like 2020 felt like January through like June, and then July through December felt like 2021 to me. I don't know why. I don't know why it's split up like that, but in my mind it's totally, ugh. It's a take on Ophelia. It's called Memento Ophelia. Really? You mean the whole your years condensed? That's the name of that feeling? Really? That's crazy. I also realized I haven't made a new print in a while, so maybe I'll make like this one into a print if it's cute enough when I'm done. I think I might also need to make... It's like I want to make a digital print, but I also don't. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, hand sanitizer. No, Yushin. No. Ugh, that would sting for a long time, I would think. Like it would keep stinging. I gotta think of a word for this here, though. They always end up being like an R word, too. Like rebirth, reclamation, renaissance. I think those have been words I've had in the past. One was intentions. I think that was 2017. I know I did a stream about that. Oh, hold on. Oh, you're talking about your cross stitch. Oh, wow. That looks intense. Is that going to be, like, really complicated? Sorry for my loud mouse. Yikes, dude. That's going to take a long time. Yeah. You just said it. That's crazy. Wow. How big is that sketch? Who did the original art? Oh, Aaron Fowler. Oh, that's nice. Wait a minute. Can you, like, submit cross-stitch patterns for people to do? Does it tell you what you need? Because honestly, it looks like they just ran a filter over a digital painting and it gives you what colors would be in cross-stitch. That's pretty cool. That's kind of the equivalent to those diamond paintings. Has anybody ever done one of those diamond paintings? They're not actual diamonds, I don't think, but they're using little stones that you paste, kind of like a paint by number, but they use the little Crystals? I think they're crystals. So much plastic. Yeah, I have a couple friends that like converted some of their pieces into diamond paintings, and I didn't know how popular those are. I still don't know how popular those are. But yeah, the plastic side of it kind of turns me off. But I just think that's kind of crazy. And then I saw that people are stealing people's art to make into diamond paintings. So, oh my God, just all over the place is art theft lately. Whether it's NFTs, diamond paintings, it's all over the place. Which it always has been, but now it's like people are getting more savvy on how to take it and, you know, make it so they can make money off of someone else's art. Because years ago, as an artist, we wouldn't have been very worried because most people don't know how to take, a file and then, make money off it. So you weren't really worried, but nowadays, you just gotta make sure you're uploading really low res stuff. Otherwise, if it's high res, people can just yoink. Yeah, totally. Good therapy, yeah. Little dot by dot by dot. Oh, that's good, Sketch. I'm glad it's a good community like that. It's just art theft is never gonna go away, so what do you do about it, I actually had an Instagram person recently that was redrawing my stuff and posting it. And they're from Brazil, and I'd assume a kid because they didn't say much. Their stuff looked a little bit amateur, even for tracing. So I was assuming it was a kid, but I told them, like, if you're gonna do studies, you should really, tag the artist and say, that's their original stuff, trying to get this kid to start doing this stuff earlier. Because who knows, if they grow up thinking that's okay, then they might just start, doing it. But they were reposting all this redrawn art and saying, contact me for commissions. And I'm like, what do you mean contact you for commissions? Like, what are people gonna do? Contact you and you try to find a piece you can trace that works with what they wanted? Like, how are you gonna do that? And they're still doing it. They took down the ones I asked them to of my stuff, but I don't know. There's so many accounts out there doing things like that. It drives me nuts. There's nothing you can do. So you go back and forth. Should I even put my stuff online if this is gonna happen? The answer always ends up being, yeah, it's better to be seen and stolen from than not seen at all when that's your business. If my business wasn't art, I wouldn't even be posting my stuff online. Like, if it was just a hobby, I would totally just keep it to myself. Like, the internet has so much more bad for me nowadays than good. For the most part, I stopped posting just non-related business stuff. Or non-business related stuff. That's what I meant to say. Hi, Steven. Happy New Year. I hope you had a good holiday season too. Mine's been pretty good. Can't really complain. I hear you, Sketch. The other hard thing is protecting like Patreon content. So that's why if anybody is on my Curious Collector tier, that gets also the digital ones. That's why I have special places on my website that have passwords. You can't right click, you can't really like screenshot easily. Things are kind of low res, you can't really repost it. If somebody really wanted to, they could join my Patreon, like download everything and then put it somewhere else, or like retype everything I've typed if they want to do that. They wouldn't have good versions of any of the pictures, but oh well. But there are people that do that. Like, I know Sakimi-chan has tons of people just ripping off their Patreon and then posting it online. Other people are, like, selling it, too. There are, like, tutorials and things that are Patreon specific. So, man, you can't even protect anything nowadays. No matter how hard you try. Sometimes you can't beat the internet. How have you been, Steven? I miss you, buddy. Hope things have been good for you. Oh, Norca! Welcome! Thank you for the raid. Hey, everybody. Happy New Year and good tidings. Thank you, Sano. Lithadora, hi. Oh, Steven, I am so far away now. I am in the edge of Illinois now. Basically 30-second drive from Iowa. So I don't know where you are currently, but I think the next time I'll probably end up seeing you is at MFF again, because ain't no way I can make it anywhere from where I am right now. Oh, you're in Madison. Okay. Never mind. We're completely far away then. It's like a 4-hour drive. We'll meet up again someday, I'm sure. It's the good thing about conventions. Oh, thank you, baby doll. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow, Shinobi. What shows have you done in the area? In Madison or in Illinois? Thank you for the follow, Lithadora. For the raiders just coming in, here are my socials. They are listed here. I'm basically Cloverkin everywhere except Twitter and TikTok. I'm Cloverkin Art. But basically everywhere. I have a Patreon that I'm very proud of, that I enjoy doing every month. So in Wisconsin and Illinois, there is Anime Milwaukee. There is C2E2 in Illinois. Where's Anime Midwest? I forget about that one. There's you knew about MMFF. God, there's like 3 more I'm not even thinking of right now. You know what? Steven, hit me up on Twitter and ask me again, and I'll get you a more comprehensive list, okay? Oh yeah, Asen. Asen's good too. Did you, introvert? I actually grew up in Minnesota. I'm a transplant. I lived in Minnesota for around 30 years, and then I was in Wisconsin for like 2 years, and then now I'm in Illinois. Oh yeah, I just said Twitter because I thought you're on Twitter more often. But yeah, C2E2, Anime Milwaukee, Asen. Honestly, I'll ask Gabe too, but we do have a con list that I can throw at you, as well as a Discord. So hit me up and I'll get you a link. Let's see, what more branches? Going this way. I want it to be kind of cozy and tight in here, but not like crazy bad. I'm gonna have it snowing outside, because right now, outside my window, we're getting like 7 inches of snow today. So, I'm more than happy about that. I appreciate you. Oh, I appreciate you too. I hope you had a good year, Steven. I hope you all had a good year. 2021 was nutty. It really was 2020 part 2. I don't even want to speculate about 2022. So many things are going to happen. So many things. It's just what it is. I think it's better to just focus on what you know is going to happen this year that you're excited about. There's only really 2 things that I'm loosely planning on happening this year. It depends on, again, COVID and stuff. But, I was supposed to go on a trip, and some of you may remember this, to England to spend time with the Frouds, like Brian and Wendy Froud. It was part of this whole kind of group tour thing, and you make puppets with them and stuff like that. It's legit. At first I was like, this can't be real. It's totally real. And I was supposed to go in 2020, and that all happened, obviously. So that got canceled, postponed until it's safe again. So they were saying that maybe this year, maybe in June or July, that we could do it. So I'm holding out for that one. And then I'm set to go to Dragon Con this year, which I was supposed to go 2 years ago, and this would have been my 4th or 5th year at Dragon Con. I love Dragon Con. It's a fantastic con. But I was too scared to go last year because of the pandemic, blah, blah, blah. So, like I said, I'm set to go this year, but we'll see what happens. Do I want this to be a stick? And by stick, I mean branch, but yeah, I guess I could. Let's do that. Oh yeah, Kat, your wedding. 3rd time's a charm. I really hope it happens for you. I really do. You've done so much diligent planning this whole time. Hi, Troop. Happy New Year. How are you? Last after all expenses deductions, I could have made a full-time fast food place. Good year. Cons helped a lot. That's good, Steven. I know you're probably safe too, so good on you, man. That's good. I'm glad to hear they were strict about it. I did hear, though, from a lot of my friends it wasn't as good as it's been in the past because a lot of cons last year in 2021, what they were doing was they were capping attendance, but they didn't cap vendors. So they had the same amount of vendors and artists, but not the same amount of attendees, which to me feels very shady. Because you're obviously lowering the amount of potential income that's coming in while keeping the competition the same. So that's worrisome to me. I hope they don't do that this year because, it's kind of a mess. But a lot of my friends didn't do as good as they have in previous years because of that. So 9 cons in 6 months. God. You're reminding me of when we were doing like 2 cons a month for like 2 years. I don't ever want to do that again. That was too much. It gets to the point you're doing cons more than making content. And oh my god, it's too much. Too much. I hope you've gotten time to rest, Stephen, because, oh my god. Ugh. I got 2 of Gabo's books for Christmas, and it was such a cool surprise. Oh, good! Oh my gosh! The Venus book is gorgeous. I don't know who did the publishing and whatnot, but you mean Jupiter, the red book with the gold pages? That one? Oh, he self-published that technically. Like he went through a book, like a book printing company that his friend run, but that company actually went out of business, from what I understand. So they're not really around anymore. They were called Kraken Print, but they did good work when they were around, for the most part. But yeah, they did an amazing job on his book. I loved it. It is an older book at this point. I think he did it in like, does it say in it like 2013 or something? Signed my first NDA this past month for some t-shirt designs. Hey! Wow, cracked my voice. That's great, Steven. You should be excited. T-shirts. Hell yeah, man. I've been using Printful for my t-shirts. They've come out pretty good. But doing an NDA, that's pretty serious. Good for you. I hope it's a positive experience. I really do. I like hearing good news from people. If anybody else has good news, feel free to like throw it in the chat. I feel like when we've got that kind of circulating and going on, it's a good thing. So I'm just doing something kind of relaxing today for those that came in. I'm trying not to just stress myself out doing a big piece or anything. Usually on my streams, which are every Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time, I'm doing, I'm either working on like toned pieces, watercolors. Once in a while I'll be working on a digital piece too. I try not to discriminate. I go everywhere with my art. And sometimes I'll be working on Patreon stuff. If anybody really likes like made up creatures and stickers and collecting artist trading cards, you should definitely look into my Patreon. I've got things every month for people. All those sorts of things, like a sticker club and all that. What else have I been doing? So next time we stream, hopefully I'll be able to do something, you know, a little bit longer. Today I was just planning like a 1-2 hour stream, something like that. But next time I should be starting and finishing a piece. I try to every stream, just so you can see the whole process of it. I think that's really exciting. And a lot of the time you can just buy the pieces too. Like I put them up basically for grabs right away. And if it's not fully done, if you still want to like get it and, you know, call dibs on it, you totally can. I like to use my streams for that entertainment value and kind of like a super exclusive thing like that where you can, you know, something's made, you can grab it if you like it, that sort of stuff. I think Gabe and I, though, are going to be kind of celebrating our New Year's tonight because we didn't want to do anything last night and then be tired today, and I didn't want to be more tired than I am on stream, so we'll probably stay up late and play some like board games, video games, stuff like that. Oh, that's a pretty good deal, Steven. That's nice they let you do that. Oh, in 2015, really? I guess that makes sense. He did do it around that time. It's made for games, right? I agree. It's fun too, because I was like, out of all the holidays, I don't know why I feel most okay with being a little bit lax on New Year's, but I do. I feel like it's okay. Because usually I feel guilt, like I should be working and, you know, all that, but this past week I killed myself trying to get a lot of things out. So I think I've kind of earned it this time. So I think today I might Might indulge in that, eat some bad food. Because I've been pretty good with my diet lately too. And play some games with my hubs. Yeah, it's just a day. That stint between, what is it? Christmas Day and New Year's Day. That's a nice little... I remember when I had a real job. That was kind of the secret gray area where it's like, you don't have to do anything for this entire week, and it is okay. And I remember that just being awesome. Awesome. And I have it snowing and stuff in here, so I would think these birds could fit out this hole. Yeah? You think? Probably. Maybe. They'll figure it out. Does anybody have an actual New Year's tradition you do? I was actually talking to Gabe today about the fact that I wish it was more common to celebrate New Year's like on New Year's Day, not so much New Year's Eve. I know it kind of revolves around midnight, but it would be cool if like we normalized having the celebration and meals and stuff the next day. Because I remember you'd be out with a group of friends for New Year's Eve. A lot of you would be drinking. You'd wake up the next day. You'd all just be around. So you just go to a Greasy Spoon restaurant and then you just hang out and I'll shovel food in your mouth. Like, to me, that's like not a good way to bring in the new year. I don't know. I feel a lot more superstitious about it now that I'm older. I feel like starting off with, some more, I don't know, just something not like a hangover. I don't know. Maybe that's just me and being older now. I don't know. I mean, parties are cool and stuff, but I had to stay up all night, I think a couple months ago, and it broke me. I can't do it anymore. I used to do like 24-hour comic book day and push myself to stay up all night for certain things, and I had to for this so that I could get something out in the mail the right time the next day, and I felt dead, like destroyed, dead. It wasn't like when you're a kid and you're like, yeah, I can keep going till night again. It's like, no, I need to go to bed now. I couldn't do it. I think this perspective's wrong. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Let's do this. Yeah, that'll be better. I'm glad my connection this time is better than the last stream. I don't even know what happened last time. It's just really bad. I gotta get a more quiet mouse. This mouse is so loud. I kind of want to have trinkets hanging from the ceiling too. Now they have more space, let's maybe take this up into their rafters. If this was a summer scene, I would totally add a couple bugs. So my birthday is coming up. And I got to thinking today that it's been really weird and difficult trying to talk to people that are maybe like around 10 years younger than me. There's this weird kind of tension, I guess. I feel like they're a little bit, or I shouldn't say they are, but there's a huge almost disconnect, I feel like, between the generations. Does anybody else feel like that? I can't tell if it's just me or if there is kind of a generational... Because now I'm starting to understand the boomer problem. Like, the problem boomers have with us. I guess I'm a millennial. But millennials, that they're just talking how they used to talk, right? Their whole time. And it's like they don't see what they're doing or saying that's wrong. And now I'm wondering if I'm getting to that point where some of the things, the way I say them, despite what I might mean, something gets said and it's like I get jumped on for something. It's like, oh my god, what? That is not what I meant. And it's usually a 20-something that's kind of jumping at me. And I don't know. Does anybody here feel like that? Like, do you feel a generational disconnect with people around you? Maybe it's just me, and maybe I am just getting older. I feel stupid. Sometimes. Yeah. Because, like, I've got maybe 2 or 3 friends that are below 25, and like if I even say something that's kind of encouraging in my eyes, to them it might seem derogatory or something. I know I'm being super vague about this, but it's like, I don't know how else to put it, I guess. It's just, I feel like it's the way they say things is probably different than how I do now, or how I'm used to it, and I don't know. Increase in negativity, and also this idea that everything is either right or wrong. Yeah, okay, that's a really good way of explaining it, Kat. A lot better. It's like everybody does feel very defensive, and they have to like correct everybody. And I'm not saying this from like a political standpoint. I'm not talking about politics at all, actually. No politics in what I'm trying to say. It's just like how some things are said, like actual wordsmithing, and not looking at intentions, but like there's no stop for, did you mean to say this? And then I would be like, oh no, I didn't mean that, I meant this. And like there's a point of clarification. That whole point of clarification like dance isn't even there. Yeah, it's really weird. Marked increase in criticism, not always helpful or warranted to what's... Yeah, projection, yeah, I hear that. And I don't usually like to pin generations against each other, because there's going to be exceptions no matter who you're looking at, right? I mean, there are some boomers that are great, and I don't even like using the word boomers. I feel like that's derogatory too. Like, I hate lumping people into blankets, but for the most part, everybody that this has happened with has been under 25 for me. And I'm trying to figure out if it's me or if other people have had this issue. I can't figure it out. Well, thank you, Sophia. Here's to a better year for sure. Oh, thank you for the lurk mode. You're a sweetie. I'm with you, Troop. Oh yeah, remind me to raid. Yes. Granted, my friend list isn't that big, but I will look for someone to raid. For sure. I always forget. I don't know. And it sucks because I feel like the friends that I do have that are a little bit younger, I can't talk to them anymore because it ends up in a fight. And it's not what I wanted. It's not what I intended. And it's weird. I feel bad about it. Because everybody is so ready to be offended at everything. And if you are under 25 here, I'm not attacking you. That is not. See, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is not my intention. It's just a few of the people I know, and I'm trying to figure out if it's me, if it's them, if it's an age thing. I don't actually know. I'm just looking for other experiences to kind of weigh against. Because what I've been doing lately and what I've been the happiest doing, I think, is kind of pulling back from being online for the most part. I can't do it anymore. I've done it since I was 12. I've been on the internet. And it's getting at me. It's getting at me to the point where it's like you can't just take a couple days off or a week off or a month off. It's like every time you come back, it's negative. It's a bad place. You know? And I feel like a lot of my friends are kind of at that point too, where you can't really fix the internet. It's always going to be what it is, and there's always some darkness there, you know? And when you go on it, you just have to almost give yourself a pep talk about it. Like, what you see here, you won't take it with you, and all those sorts of things, because otherwise you can just, oh my gosh. It can really impact you, you know? Hi, Muffins! I feel the younger millennials as well. I miss having conversations where I can disagree with people and then we educate each other and both walk away fulfilled. Yeah, like late night talks and stuff, and it's like, well, you know, this is my experience with this, and it's like, oh, I hadn't thought about it that way, and, you know, that sort of thing. Is that dead? Like, I feel like that's almost just gone. I'm pretty ruthless with it. Good, protect it. If you figured out something that works, protect it. Because, man, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I've low-key been trying to figure out how to keep my Patreon going while not being completely obsessively checking social media, and also figuring out if there's some sort of local real-time area thing I can do outside the internet, you know? Something else that's real. Because I think I'm missing that whole connection. Oh my god, Cat, do it, please. I'm done being my own manager here. Like, I do like talking to people online. That's not the part that I don't like. It's like when I go on to talk to people, to correspond. I love corresponding. That's the part of this stuff I like. I like talking to people. I like going to conventions. I love selling. I love just talking and shooting the shit with people I meet. New people. Which, by the way, is totally contradictory to what I used to be in my 20s. I used to be a lot more reserved. But now it's like, you know, that's part of my job. The part I don't like are just the feelings of that competition you get and the falling behind everybody else and reminding yourself constantly that you're on your own journey. Stop comparing yourself to other artists. Stop looking at where you are in your journey. Yeah, you're getting older. It's okay. You're not behind. There is no behind. Like, I remind myself this stuff all the time, but it doesn't always matter because you're still plugged in and you still see things, you know? Oh, it is so hard. And that's, honestly, if somebody's like, hey, should I go into, doing freelance and being an independent artist? I would give them a talk about that you're going to have so many things come up. If you're doing this job well, it will hurt you a bit because you have to be plugged in. Like, it's like being plugged into the Matrix hardcore and knowing you are and living it and doing it willingly. You're a battery, you know, your content is being absorbed and used and sold and all that stuff, and you're going to be affected. Kat, you have come such a long way. From what you were telling me and where you were, you're inspiring, dude. Like, for real. You're one of those success stories. It's just hard. When it comes to the internet, it's hard to be like, yeah, it's great. Like, I don't know anybody who has, like, the same sort of thing I do that'd be like, yeah, the internet's fine. When you do your art, you throw it up online. Yeah, this is good. It's like if you're really in it, you're looking at metrics, you're doing analytics, you're looking at SEO of your websites and all that stuff. And you're just kind of, you know, you gotta remind yourself of the love of the art. But it gets so funny how heavy things get pretty quickly. But also, just to let people know, if you are an artist on the internet and you are trying to do the thing, you know, try not to be affected by things that are making you upset, and know that even if somebody says that, you know, they're doing great and everything, you know, nothing is what it seems online. And know that everybody's going through a hard time at some point. And that you're not alone. I think that's important. But my worry is that we're getting to a point with the internet where it's like you can't just take a break from it anymore. Like, I have a feeling at some point there might be some sort of mass exodus of maybe even people my age who are just like, I can't anymore. I'm pulling out. And they're just over the internet and they quit. Like, I have this weird feeling that's gonna happen. They can't do it anymore. It's just not worth it. Obsesses over metrics. That's such an easy mental... Yeah, it is an easy mental trap for sure. Yeah, and I've gotten out of the whole followers worry and all that. Like, I don't really care about that. I worry more about my Patreon nowadays just because it's my only income in the current, like, climate of things. But even then, I try not to worry too much about that because I know there are backups, right? And there are things you can do. But it's just that worry, you know, and more so than anything, my age is starting to make me feel bad. Like, I'm almost 36. I'll be 36 this month. And I don't mind telling people that. I'll be 36 this month. And I'm feeling behind because the stuff I set out to do when I started doing this, I haven't gotten far. Because when I left a 40-hour-a-week job. I was in games. And I was in the game industry for like 10 years. And I left it to start doing my own thing. You need to build the new boat you're gonna jump to while you're on the old boat, okay? Which I unfortunately didn't have the chance to. I was kind of kicked onto a plank and forced to build a boat from that, so my situation is different. But if anybody is thinking of doing that, make sure you're building the new boat to be sustainable before you jump to it, okay? That's important. But also to mentally prep yourself that you're going to have reoccurring cycling feelings of being inadequate, being not as far as you should be all the time. And that's just normal. That's part of this thing, you know? Am I taking commissions? It depends on the commission, but for the most part, no. But it depends. I'm trying to catch up on my Pet and Armors, which those I have about 25 left, and then I'll be free. I need to recount them though, because I found another batch of them. So I'll need to look at that again, but I've at least got 25 I gotta get through, and I'm only managing about 1 or 2 a month right now, which is really, really bad. Pre-COVID, I was doing maybe 2 a week. So nowadays, it's really hard. So, oh, if it's Pets and Armor, if you don't mind waiting the 9 to 12 month wait, like you can get that anytime on Etsy. And I've actually got a new quiz that I put together that people can take that's a lot easier than just doing a full write-up. But yeah, if you're wanting one of those and you're okay to do the wait time, then yeah, that's totally cool. You can also pay for them overtime through my Patreon too, whatever suits you. Here's the info on that. Hold on. I've got a command for that. There we go. You married your bestie and her homeowner and have the most beautiful skill in your art. Oh, Cat. Super successful by understanding probably. Yeah, so, and Cat, you were so right, and I remind myself of that too, that, you know, this is perfect. Like, if I actually don't go any farther with anything, I am very happy with where I'm at. The thing that gets me down is that I didn't get to my goal yet of what I set out to do, and it's been a few years. And usually, like, you set out to do a goal, it's like within 5 years I want to be blah, right? Well, I had to make a business to live, which meant that that dream that I set out to do got pushed back a few years, and it's getting pushed back even more because of COVID and all the stuff I have to take on to survive, right? So I haven't been able to do my stories yet, which I've got 4 or 5 of them completely done. I just need to illustrate them. And what's cool is now I know how to actually self-publish them and do them, partially in thanks to Journey June and figuring out how to do that. And I've self-published like 5 or 6 books now, so I know how to do it. I need the time to do it. And that's the struggle, you know. So that's the part that I feel like I'm behind on. And I'm not even really behind, you know. I'm just in, you know, I could be doing it in my 40s and I'd still be okay. So I just need to remind myself of that. It's just hard. That's the kind of stuff where it's just hard. Would this ceiling be wood? I'm trying to think about how I think it would be. Like if they're inside, let's make this inside of maybe a trunk, like a tree trunk. That'll make a lot of sense then. Because then they maybe brought in this to be out there or something. Or maybe it's underground. Should I make it underground? That wouldn't make sense. Maybe it's in a bush. No, because there's rocks. You know, maybe it doesn't matter. This is how you overthink things with art, too, by the way. This would be the wall, though, maybe. I keep drawing like these fake walls and then blurring my eyes, seeing how it looks, going back and revisiting it. Sometimes you need to do that. Whenever you make a line like this, you want to make sure it's not a tangent to something else. Otherwise it'll get lost and it'll make the viewer feel really weird. Has anybody done a trivial thing the past year that made them feel amazing? Like nothing big, it doesn't have to be big, but something small that you took either great pride in or you consider like an absolute win. You chopped your hair off? No, when? Really? How do you feel about it? Last stream that I was at of yours, you had really long hair. Like shoulder length? Is that where it is now? Goodness, cat. I think this is gonna be more like clay, this area. Maybe a couple stones. Six inches, dang. You got balls, girl. I could not do that right now. I love how long my hair is. It's just at this length that I can do whatever I want with. It's long, but I don't know, short hair always made me feel just, I mean, unless I was really thin, I felt like I couldn't pull it off. So now if I did it, I'd just be really round. Did you use clips, like hair clamps, to put it up, or would you use like ponytail holders or what? Oh, lots of layers. I bet your hair is thick, wasn't it? Like it's probably really thick and hot. It looked like it had a lot of volume, which I'm totally jealous about. It was very beautiful. I'm sure it still is, but it still goes up in a ponytail. Oh, that's good. Mine's not thick, so I guess it doesn't bother me as bad, but do I want to put some snow here? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is the part I'm just like, yep. Here's the cross section. That's what we're doing with that. Even in the winter. Yeah, see, that would be terrible. Like, I don't blame you. I'm sure. You'll have it back in no time. Okay. Oh my god, it's still snowing like crazy. Yeah, we're supposed to get 7 inches. I'm gonna make... Let's see, let's get a tester strip. Some of you know I love this purple for snow. Like snow scenes, I love this purpley sky. It's one of my favorite things in the world. So we're gonna have purple sky. I'll probably just get through flats on this and then call it a day, and I'll revisit it later maybe. Oh. Is that the light going on? Oh, it is. Oh, that's fine. Let's do this. So for those of you who came in a little bit later than the start of the stream, on my Patreon this month, I'm going to be putting up 3 different things. One is going to be kind of a stream setup breakdown, so you can see all the equipment I use, what I started with, some equipment that I used in the middle of my stream journey, just in case you don't want the high-end stuff and you don't want the low-end stuff. There's a middle ground. I'll show all of that stuff throughout time. And then I'm going to be doing a step-by-step of the sculpt that I did back in October? Maybe it's November. Actually, I think it was November. I did this sculpt using epoxy and a bunch of other things, actually. And I'll, obviously link all the products and things I used, and show you how I took a pre-existing thing and added on to it. And then I'll also be putting up another one that's just a tutorial on a commission that I had done for someone recently. And I'll show the step-by-step of how I did the initial sketch in digital and then transferred it to paper to be done and finished up traditionally. So if sometimes you like the look of digital line art and you'd like to color it traditionally, this is basically that. So there are some things that I do digitally that I finish up traditionally, and there are some things I do traditionally that I finish up digitally. So it kind of depends on the piece and how I feel at the time, which kind of goes against a lot of what regular artists do, I guess. I don't know. I notice a lot of successful artists on Instagram have one thing they do, and they do it really well. And that's just not for me. I like jumping around with different mediums and content and, different styles and things. I like jumping around. And I know that's kind of hell for anybody that wants to follow an artist, because they want to know that every time, they can be expecting a certain level of quality, or the same thing again and again. That's why people follow other people. So I watch one of my friends who he does like the same thing all the time. He's very good at it. And he was at like 10K when he met us. Or no, he wasn't. He was way lower than that. He was like at 8K. And he ended up just blasting up to 40K at one point. But he does the same thing all the time. And then I looked at all my other friends. I've got another friend who has like 450,000 followers. And he does the same thing all the time. So the key to really getting followers, it seems like, and fans is doing the same thing a lot. And if that's for you, cool. If you like doing that, keep doing it. But if you don't keep doing it just because you know it'll get you people. Because, like, I couldn't do that. I would get bored so quickly. It's not for me. So, if you're somebody who likes kind of a toss-up from someone, I'm your guy. You don't even know what your thing is. But, like, once you find it, a lot of times people just, like, dig their heels in and stay there. Which, if you can do that, it'll be great. Your whole journey will go a lot faster. But I know what I like. It's just I like to do a lot of different things. I remember I got really sad once when somebody told me the whole jack of all trades saying. I was like, oh, I'm a jack of all trades. And they're like, yeah, you know the rest of that, right? And I was like, no. And they were like, jack of all trades, master of none. And I was like, oh no, blah, blah, blah. And I thought that for tons and tons of years. I was like, oh no, I'm terrible. And then I found out that there's even more to that saying. Like the actual full phrase, it goes back to being in the jack of all trades favor. I can't remember what the rest is right now, but jack of all... Yeah, jack of all trades, I originally thought. Then somebody was like, yeah, but then, it says is a master of none. And I was like, oh no. And then later on, someone else tacked on, but oftentimes better than a master of one. So that was the full thing. And apparently it was a Shakespeare quote. And I didn't know that. So it was really nice to have that full thing kind of do a full circle back. And I felt good about it. Again, It's like, well, that feels cool. And I mean, if you just do like doing one thing, that's fine. Honestly, specialists have such a place in the world, like at a job too. Like if you want to do 3D or anything like that, the more you can pour into just one aspect of it, the better. You'll have a way easier time of getting hired. But I feel like if you're a proud jack of all trades, then you can really, do a good job being your own boss and things like that. Because you kind of have to be super flexible. You have to be able to do a bunch of things. You got to be able to make the art. You got to be able to package the art. You got to be able to write about the art. There's so many aspects to it. So if you kind of are a mishmash of things, it might be a perfect storm to be your own boss. Depends on what you want to do, though. I feel like the SpongeBob meme. Who are you people? Oh, Kat, that's so good. I'm glad you love your community. I'm happy we have ours in our Discord, too. Like, I am endlessly grateful for everybody in it. And the Secret Santa we recently did was so much fun. I loved seeing everything everybody made. Every year it's just a total blast. I look forward to it. I think we were thinking about having one in like summer. It's either spring or summer. The one Discord user that we've got, she runs the whole Secret Santa thing, and she was talking about maybe doing a halfway through the year one again. I think that'd be really fun. And that's totally fine, Steven. Honestly, if you think it's neat, I'm sure tons of other people think it's neat too. You don't need a story. I mean, sometimes art is just art because it's art. Doesn't need much else. I can't do things without a story. Like, I'm always thinking about, what else is going on in there, and that's probably why a lot of my stuff's character driven, and a lot of the, the scenes I have feel kind of animated. That's my guess anyway. Let's see. What is this color? A little too close to another color. This one? Actually, is that one darker or lighter than this one? Oh, this one's dying. Great. Wonderful. Still getting through my coffee. I would love if somebody had like a favorite thing that happened to them last year. Like, what was the best thing that happened to you? I want to say mine was getting married, but that seems like just, duh. Kind of boring. An obvious, well, yeah. Trying to think if there's something other than that. Getting a house, we got a new dog. I don't know, on paper, last year looks really good. But like mentally, I feel like it was not really there. I feel like nothing's really sticking anymore. Like you have these experiences and memories and things, but nothing really sticks. Not like it did when you were a kid. Cons came back, yeah. Kind of. Oh, that is good. Yeah, that's the nice thing about cons. It does seem to kind of mix it up for you. If you're not the type to stop working, it forces you to stop working. And you have to be like, okay, well, I gotta go do this con. I'll go back to drawing next week. It's bad when you're doing too many cons and not enough drawing, though, because then, again, you need the balance. The creating with the selling aspect, I think. Balance is key, man. Oh, Megan, I'm so sorry. Also, Happy New Year. I love you. Welcome to the stream. You mean just mentally, Meg? I think, does everybody else kind of feel disconnected a bit? And not just like literally disconnected from people, but just kind of mentally disconnected, like nothing's really hitting. Does anybody else feel like that? Happy New Year, I love you. I feel like this past week I really went out with a bang in terms of driving myself into the ground, so I really could have slept all day today, but I was like, oh, gotta go stream, gotta hang out. So it's probably good I didn't, but oh my god, I'm so tired. Losing even more hope in humanity and personal losses, grave losses. Oh yeah, that is a lot of stuff. You did have a lot happen. Oh, Megan. I am sorry for all your losses. I hope you had some gains at least. Some good things. Lockdown was not horrible. I started on my online shop, 3 Kickstarters, doubled my Twitter following, moved to a place that feels like home. Damn, that's great. Got a driver's license and bought my first car. Steven, 2021 was a great year for you. Wow. That is a lot of good stuff. I'm really proud of you. That's great. Hell, man. Maybe all of it worked in your favor, you know? Oh, Bunsimi, thank you for the follow. You might propose your boyfriend. Yay! Oh, that'd be so sweet. How long have you guys been together? I didn't even know. Not that it matters, but just curiosity's sake. It was funny, Gabe didn't really propose to me, and I didn't really propose to him. It's like we had just been together for so long, we were like, maybe we should just, get married. Yeah, okay. Like, that's why we never really got engaged. It's just like, should we get married now? Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could think that's not romantic or whatever, but I find it romantic in a comfy way. I like comfy romance. 5 years. Nice. Never underestimate a courthouse wedding. It's cheap as hell, and it was effective. And just overall fine. Like, Gabe and I aren't really the types to throw parties or make a big deal about ourselves. So, when we talked about it, we were like, do we really want like a wedding? It's like, no, that's not really us. We're the people that attend parties. Like, we got to talking about it. It's like, we can be a life of a party at a party sometimes, but we don't like the party to be about us. So once we got to that, we were like, yeah, we don't really want a wedding. I mean, eventually maybe we'll just have like a party that's an indescript whatever party, but getting married at a courthouse was totally more our speed. I was very happy about that, and I think so was he. Plus it was in November, so it's like still COVID-y, but I don't know. All his friends are elsewhere, they're in other states and stuff, so that wouldn't have been easy anyway, but we both just decided it's like, well, we don't need a party. Not right now, at least. It's whatever. Yeah, that's the thing I don't understand. Will it make taxes easier? I have no idea how joint taxes work at all. And get this, I've been married before, so I still don't know how it works, and I was already in that boat. So I don't know. I have no idea. I feel dumb about it, but I don't know. I mean, I know it has to do with brackets and stuff, and I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I've heard it makes it easier, but who knows. I think we're technically poor. I mean, we're fine, but I think we fit into what's technically referred to as poor. So I guess that's a good thing, because then we don't have to pay too much, but I don't know. Like I said, I have to look into it. I don't know enough. I don't even know enough to be saying whatever I'm saying, so don't take what I'm saying. It's too much law, I guess. Oh, Megan. Well, I would absolutely come. We'd have to get a dog sitter, but I would absolutely come to your wedding. And hopefully you'd let me bring Gabe. But you know, you're a theater person too. You like that big kind of hurrah thing. And I think that's fun to watch. I like watching people be happy and have weddings. I love weddings. I love going to weddings. It's just my own. I was like, meh. Truthfully, the camera's making this a little bit more saturated than it is. Let me see if I can fix that a little bit. Whoa, too much. It's a little bit closer. And I'm gonna put a little bit of this in there. I'm planning them for a year. Yeah. Like the first time I got married, we had a very small wedding still. My ex-husband and I, like, it was nice. It was only like 10 people, but it was still stressful as hell. So I don't see how people do the whole planning a wedding thing when they've got like hundreds of people to come. I was like, oh my god, I've only got 10 people and I'm freaking out. No thanks. This is not my thing. Some people really love doing that planning though, and man, if you can, I have so much respect for you. Like, that's crazy. Crazy good, I mean. I'm technically stalling because I don't know what color I want to make their blankets. I'm thinking like a red. I want to make. Take a quick picture because it's basically flatted. Though I do want to put in the. Alright. What color should the blankets be? Teal? Maybe the blankets are teal and they're... Oh man, I would love if they're black caps. Look at a black cap face again. Black caps are my favorite little chickadee birds. I think I could swing that. Let's do that. Going for it. Let's see, it goes under their eye. Their beak is black. Going up here. I really miss black caps. We don't get them where I am right now. Super sad about that. We got all these other kinds of birds last summer, but no black caps. Maybe I'll just keep this in warm colors and do those. Maybe. Hold on. I need to try it. Alright, I'm either doing this color or I'm gonna do this color. This is another good reason to have scratch paper around. And kind of just I think the red's gonna blend too much. Let's use the green. It's technically the accent color too, so that's gonna help them stand out. The red would have just made them blend in too much. I mean, it's not like this is a really bright green or teal either. So it still kind of works. It's still a warmish, cool color, if that makes any sense. It's not too out of the palette, we'll say. This might be a good coloring page for February. I also do coloring pages for my Patreon for anybody that's $3 and up. And this, honestly, I might make a coloring page version of this. It's cute. I think people appreciate plorpers. And these are plorpers. Big old plorpers. Oh yeah. I'd say that was a good call. So I think I'm gonna transition this a bit better. Of it. Yeah, now I can start doing the actual rendering. There we go. Blizzardy. Gotta do this thing. Hold on. Okay. I think that's just gonna be darker. Oh, thank you, Kat. Yeah, I hope that's coming across. This is the part I look forward to the most because I think lighting is so much fun. So, I don't want to say I rushed the beginning, but oh man. Yeah, I can't wait till I get to this part. I like the mix of hard and soft shadows. I think that can be really fun. Thank you. I practiced for a long time on that. Honestly, a lot of my cloth ends up looking the same just because I don't tend to do too many different types of cloth, but when I do my Pets in Armor, that's when I kind of do different ones, because then I've got like wool and silk and burlap and all types of fabric. So those ones I have to try a little bit harder with. But when I'm making just kind of a chill piece, I kind of just go into a little bit of a generic mode, like generic cloth. We'll just call it blanky. Blanky basic. Basic blanky. Default. Default drapery 101. I need to be one of these birds. I need to be. I'm gonna have to like lose myself in a blanket world today. Just cozy up. Become the monster. And let it take over. Sometimes, man, just gotta let it happen. What have you been really into drawing lately, Kat? What's been kind of the thing that gives you the goosebumps? Or just the happy squeeze? For anybody, what's something that's been really lately doing it for you? No matter what it is, what is like the thing that makes you instantly happy lately? I have to think about mine. Otherwise, I think I'll default to just saying coffee. Like always. Espresso, more specifically. Oh, what would mine be? And I don't want to say food. That's bad. Or sleep. Plants and mushrooms, lot playing with art. Yeah. Yeah, I think the collage thing you mentioned could be really cool. When used right, collage can be like super, just, I don't know, unique and really cool. Like, God, what's his name? The guy that used to do all the Sandman covers. Was that David Mack? I want to say it's David Mack, but I don't know if it's David Mack. I'm like 80% sure it's David Mack, but maybe it's not. Shit. Is it David something? Ah. Dave McKean, god damn it. They're always like this. It's David Mack and Dave McKean, like to me, always switch places in my head. That's been happening for years. Dave McKean, his stuff is like crazy, because if you look at his Sandman covers and his art in general, he would take collage, like 3D collage, and make, like, he'd take photos of them, but he'd make a giant piece that was like 3D, and just random objects and things and painting, and mix it all together and make an actual thing out of it and take a picture. And, you know, those would be covers and you know, prints and things. And it's crazy because you wouldn't think that. But they look nuts. See if I can find an example. Dave McKean. Original piece. Yeah, here's an example. Perfect. This is what I'm talking about. Because it was basically before Photoshop, yeah. He did a lot of collage and paint combination. is it so hard to find these in person? Like, in-person photos of somebody next to one. Yeah, right? Isn't that crazy? The scale always makes me just kind of do a double take too. Like, that has to be kind of large, you know? But, you know, since it's on a comic cover, you never think about it. I'm trying to find other ones, but I'm having a hard time finding more. I guess if you just search Dave McKean collage, you might find more. But just in general, his stuff has a really nice mix of both painting and collage. Oops, sorry if that was really loud. Food always makes me so happy. Being back in the UK, I was enjoying all the food I don't get in Canada. Ooh, what kind of things? Kat, what are your favorite things to get in the UK that you can't get in Canada? Are Jaffa cakes? Is that what they're called? Are those as big of a deal as people make them seem? So I've seen so many things about those. And they seem like they're a big deal, but I have no idea. You'd be the person to ask. Orange and chocolate? Oh. I guess it depends. I guess that's similar to those things we have that are like, it looks like an orange, but it's in like it has sections of orange, but like they're chocolate covered orange. I don't know what the hell they're called. I just realized that. That's like actual hard chocolate candy with orange in the middle. Terry's chocolate orange? Maybe. Let me look that up. That might be it. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's exactly it. Oh, that always feels good when you see an actual thing. So wait, is there a real orange in the middle, or is it just like, is it candied orange, or is it just like orange filling, or what is it? I guess I never really gave chocolate covered orange a shot. I suppose it'd be good. I have no idea though. It's like a little circle orange jelly Jaffa cakes. Okay, so Now I'm wondering how easy it is to make chocolate covered cuties, because I have cuties. Maybe I can cover them in chocolate. Chocolate chips, coconut oil, mandarin oranges, flaky sea salt. Yeah, I have all that. Cool! Oh man, I would like to try this. I wonder if they have to be firm. I think ours are getting a little bit, not bad, but just older. I've had them for like 3-4 days. Oh, cute. Make your own Jaffa cakes? And these look so cute, Kat. Hi, Bella. Really long time since I caught one of these. How are you doing? Happy New Year to you. You're hungover? Oh no. Well, eat some good stuff. That might help. I'm curious about the consensus from everybody. Would you say that the celebration of New Year's Eve is more getting rid of the previous year or ringing in the new year? Like, what do you think majority of the time people are celebrating? Because I feel like the people that party hard are getting rid of the old year. And people that maybe are just like, yeah, cool, new year. That's more the actual new year, yay. Oh yeah? Well, that's good. I always see an onslaught of people doing the, yeah, forget you 2021, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like they do that every year, so the same people always seem to be angry with the year. So I don't know. Before you straighten yourself out. That's fair. Let's do this. For a few months, that's pretty good. It's probably better than most people. Gotta get the alcoholism out of my system. Oh no. Hi, Soggy. Well, I wish you much luck, Bella. Get it out. Happy New Year, Soggy. That's good, Kat. Yeah, I think it's better to look at how you've grown than how you were hit, you know? How did you stand back up rather than how you got, you know, pushed down? That whole thing. thank you for the follow, Art. Art with heart. Thank you. Oh, God. I leaned back trying to not cough into the microphone. Why do I cough into the microphone? Original versions of any of your art for sale at the moment? I mean, if I do, they're on my website. This one is going to be for sale too. Basically, anything I ever do on my stream is for sale. Unless I say otherwise, but most of the time you can just depend on it for that. This should be where you can see it. But technically, actually, that's for paintings and stuff. But if you want smaller, more affordable pieces, the ATCs are also originals. They're just tinier. So all those pieces are for sale right now. And then, like I said, the ATCs, those are all... The ATCs are about this size. They're like trading card sized. A little bit teenier, but if you like little art and putting them in frames and stuff, they work pretty good. Oh, thank you, Bella. This one will have more pop to it too once I get the pastels in on it, but right now it's kind of drab. But thank you. I'm the same way about originals. If I put something on my wall, it's typically not a print, it's an original. I'm very picky about that. So I feel ya. I'm the same way. Oh, thank you. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't have much time last year to do anything big. No big pieces this time around. Usually my pet portraits are the things that are the big pieces I do, but I did a few tinier ones, like this one too. This one I'm gonna put up on the shop at some point, but it's probably at about 75%. I still gotta do a pass. This is on there right now if you like this, but this got turned into a Clover card for last month, which these have stories on the back. And actually I ended up making this one kind of dark. It's dark humor, but it's dark. So if you're into that, I mean, if you buy the original of this one, I'll include the Clover card, so you'll get to read the story that's on the back of that one. Otherwise, the Clover cards aren't sold again. Oh, Krista Bug! Thank you for the raid! Thank you for the follows, everybody. Here, I'm gonna throw in my socials. I am Cloverkin. I am Cloverkin everywhere except on Twitter and TikTok. I'm Cloverkin Art. But you can find me on the other stuff. We're doing some cute little black cat cozy chickadees. There's a fire in here. It doesn't look like it yet. I'm probably about 50% of the way through this one, but Carissa, thank you for the raid. Welcome, bug folk. I'm still halfway through my coffee, so give me a minute. Happy New Year, everybody. Chris, I hope you had a good stream. Happy to catch you streaming. Yeah, I'm on every Saturday at 2 p.m. CST, including this one. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm following you, right? I better be. Yeah, okay, good. Oh, since 2018. Yeah, I've been following you for a while. That's good. Everybody give Chris a bug a follow. She's amazing. It's very cozy. I like some cozy, comfy art. Today, outside, we're getting about 7 inches of snow. So I'm basically reflecting here in my art what's going on outside. Because it's cold and it's snowing. I'm in Illinois, so yeah. It's going to be a little cold out. Happy New Year, Eddie. Banjowie. Thank you all for the follows. Shazy, Ivan, Nino, Moon, John, Matta. Thank you. Yeah, Yeah, we just got our first snow probably a few days ago. And usually we have it very early November, and we haven't had any up till, this past week. And then all of a sudden, here it is, all of it. It's like, oh, okay. No, that's fine, Krissa. Thank you so much for the raid. Get some sleep. I appreciate it. I hope it was a fun stream. Welcome, everybody. Follow and run. No, that's fine. If anybody has to cut and run, that's totally cool. I get it. No problems at all. I am a streamer. I understand these things. Totally feel ya. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's New Year's Day. You should really soak up whatever rest you need to get before the week, because this is the last you get to be really lazy without being apologetic for it. Do you get big tires for your scooter, Sagi? That'd be so cool. Like snow scooter. Oh man. Totally jelly. So we've been talking about basically trying to keep it good, like happy thoughts. So if anybody's got any fun thing that happened to them in 2021, a good thing, even if it's trivial, it doesn't matter. You had an exceptionally good piece of cake one day, awesome. That totally counts. Thank you, Shazy. Thank you, Maida. When you don't have anywhere you need to be. Totally true. I'm originally from Minnesota, and now I live in Illinois, and I wouldn't trade the Midwest for anything. I love all the seasons. I think it's great. For anybody who does enjoy my work, I'm going to pimp my Patreon because I love my Patreon. I have so much fun every month doing all the rewards. I have some really cool tiers. Really quickly, I'll try to explain them. One I've got is a Curious Collector tier where you get stickers, like these guys were mushrooms. These were, I think, for October, but you got, I know it's cut funny. This one specifically was cut funny. You get stickers of these, and you get these little bottle stickers. And these bottle stickers are of the actual creature that I create, and then I write lore about them, so you get a whole lore scroll. And then you can get this little bookcase where you can put all these little bottles on too, so it's like you have a little Curious collection. So that's the Curious Collector tier. There's a digital version that comes with an audio reading by my friend who does voice work. He's really good, and it's got animations most of the time. And then the physical version, like I said, comes with stickers, the lore, sometimes extras. It depends on if I have time that month to do extra stuff. And then I have a cheaper tier that's only $4. That other one's $6 and $7 international. The other tier is Clover cards, and these are my own personal trading cards of my art. And sometimes you'll get something that's new, sometimes you'll get something older. This was from October, and they all have a story in the back. I blocked that one out specifically, but each one comes with its own story. So if you like a little bit of story and not so much other stuff like stickers and things, and you like collecting, maybe you were a Pokemon person back in the day, but you also like art, these are a good swap for that. And those are $4 a month. And then I also have digital stuff on there, so something for everybody. This month specifically, I'll be doing a tutorial on a commission I recently did where I did the line art digitally, and then I printed it out traditionally, and I finished it traditionally. So if you're interested in how to do that, I'm going to go through that. I'm going to have another one that's about a sculpt I did, and I used a pre-existing vinyl figure, and I added on epoxy, and then I primed it and everything. I'll go through all that in the post. So everybody $3 and up will get access to all these. And then the other one is my stream setup. I talk about the equipment I have, the equipment I started with, what I ended up getting over time, and then what I ended up with now, where I'm actually pretty happy with it. So if you're interested in getting started streaming, that might be another one that'd be good to see too. So lots of stuff going on this month. Lots and lots and lots and lots. And also, just Twitch in general. I stream on Saturdays at 2 p.m. CST, so if anybody's interested in that, give me a follow and, get a notification on Saturdays. We also have a Discord if you're into Discord. And I think that link should be below. And I think sometimes it comes up in the chat too. So, lots and lots of stuff. How's everybody's New Year so far? Anybody do anything crazy last night? Or have a good story? Sometimes you get good stories from people who have good New Year's Eves. I honestly went to bed early this time. Nothing special on my end. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Banjo. Oh, Kat. I'm glad you like the cards so much. Thank you. 2021 was okay for me, trying to address mental health. Not everyone is supportive, but my husband is, which is all that matters. That's good. I'm glad you have someone really close to you that's caring about your well-being. Because, yeah, mental health should not be overlooked. I mean, if you're having a hard time and, people are just not believing you when you've got mental struggles, that's not helpful at all. So I'm glad you have somebody close to you that cares about you and you can confide in for that and ask for help. That makes me feel really good that you've got somebody. As you should. I mean, everybody should, right? We need people to care about us. Encanto and played Animal Crossing. Hey, that's a good night. Yeah, Encanto was beautiful. Too true. Sick at some point, it's a bit over the top. That's my friends. I was not in that 70% though, so strong. Good job, Bella. You beat the norm. Yeah, the colors are great. I was really surprised that if anybody watches Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Stephanie Patrice, who plays Rosa, she voiced the main character, Mirabelle. Like, how crazy. Didn't sound like her really at all. I actually would have guessed that she was the strong sister, Luisa, but no, she's Mirabelle. That's crazy. Yeah, right? And that's... That blew my mind. Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine's pretty funny. Andy Samberg can be a bit much sometimes, kind of like Adam Sandler can, but all the side characters are fantastic. They're fun. Especially Terry Crews. Gotta love Terry Crews. I know, it's so surprising. And she sung too. Like, that was her singing voice. Like, what? So weird. Did you guys? Oh. I only had one real big complaint about it. And it had to do, well, okay, two. Technically two. The candle, like, that it was just kind of made from sadness and tears. Like, I wanted a little bit more than that. Maybe even just saying it was like ancient magic or tying it to something else would have been nice, but just doing the whole, this pain turned this candle magical. I felt like it was a little bit of a deus ex machina, but it's a kid's movie. I'll buy that. The other thing was, I kind of wanted, like, Gabe's my husband, we were speculating most of the movie on what Mirabelle's thing was going to be, and we were like, oh, maybe she's going to end up being the new grandma, right? Like, she's the one that caretakes the house. She doesn't have a power, but maybe she ends up caretaking the house, or maybe she ends up having visions, like, the brother did, or the uncle. And then, we thought she'd get something in the end, right? But, I don't know. I don't want to spoil it, but those were what we thought. But anyway. yeah, the new grandma, right? And maybe that's what they were alluding to, but then all of a sudden the doorknob was the thing, and then it was a little bit, like, the story wasn't as tight as I would have liked. Like, Coco, for me, was still better. Like, Gabe and I have watched Coco now a million times. Like, I like that one. But this one, like, the style was really nice, and yeah, the colors were amazing. Oh, definitely watch Coco. Coco's great. The songs in Encanto were crazy too. Like the first two, I was like, these are hard to keep up with. But then they actually got to be bangers. And I'm not a musicals person. Like I usually don't like musicals. But wow, some of those were like pop music contenders. They're bangers. So that was kind of unexpected and cool. But yeah, Coco had some good ones too. I just like the characters a lot in Coco as well. And from a like actual Mexican / Spanish speaking perspective, Gabe said everything checks out. He's a first gen Mexican, so he can vouch that they're pretty accurate for the most part. Encanto was, I think, Colombia though, so. But still, he said it was pretty on point. Least favorite Disney movie? That's fair. Everybody's got their thing. I mean, we all have preferences on, like, maybe the setting or the characters and all that stuff. I don't even know what my favorite Disney movie is if I had to say one. I mean, it would probably be something like The Rescuers or something with Don Bluth, but I don't even know at this point. Yeah, I get that too, Kat. And I mean that's why it was like I thought it was building up to her being the new grandma, but and you know maybe it did say that, but like I thought it would totally try to cement it, like now you take my place or something. And maybe they didn't want to kill off the grandma to have that happen. I don't know. Yeah, Don Bluth is like up there with my top tier everythings. Don Bluth, Brian Froud, Beatrix Potter, my holy trinity, I guess. But yeah, I'm with you, Kat. Yeah, I didn't see the need for the powers thing, but like all the town too, like they treated them like gods. That was a little interesting. Like, was that what we were supposed to take from it? That they were godlike and everybody was giving them offerings, and I didn't know if that was supposed to be the thing or if it just happened to come across like that. Either way. It was still fun. It was still a good movie. The beginning is kind of overwhelming right away, though, because they're like, oh yeah, here's the song about every single family member, and I'm like, what? And I couldn't keep up with it. I think that's the point, though. Oh, I still haven't seen Book of Life. Yeah, everybody got on the Dia de los Muertos train, and didn't let up. Like, everybody was going for it. With Cavaleras and, you know, the Sugar Skull thing. Everything. Dia de los Muertos. Or go home. Oh, thank you, Fo. Oh, I'm glad you like the vibe. We try to keep it really, really friendly, really cozy, positive. Try to stay away from toxic positivity and like deal with things if they come up and try to, you know, help each other. That's typically what I like to get out of group things, you know? So thank you for coming. I hope you have a good first start to your new year. That's true, Kat. Very true. I always wish they had done more with the villagers. Like, I feel like the boyfriend was the only one they kind of gave screen time to. But, like, there's gotta be a villager that didn't... I guess maybe not. If they didn't believe in this family or whatever, maybe they wouldn't live there. I don't know. I want to know more about that town, I think. I think that's where my story head's at. I want to know more. Authentic but uplifting. That's a really, really good way to put it. Thank you. That's exactly what we're going for. You know what's up. You always know what's up. Alright, the rest of this I'm probably going to need pastels for. My pastels are in the other room, of course, like they always are. Because I never think I'll actually do the pastels on stream, so I never bring them in. I need to start doing that. Realistic and optimistic. I think we like that too. All right. Oh shoot, I didn't even mention that I have an Etsy. I have an Etsy! Hold on. I don't even think I have a thing for that. There's my Etsy. What pastels do I recommend? So, it depends. I use pastels pretty religiously, probably like 70% of the time, but I use pastel pencils. Regular pastels, like the black pastels, I've got a giant Prismacolor set of those, but I use them in such a way where I don't actually use the stick. I take one of the sticks and I take like a razor blade and I shave off some powder, and then I dip my finger in it and I use it that way for big areas. And then most of the time I use the pastel pencils like this one, and I go in and I use it to blend. So like, you know, you go in here, let's say, and then you find a clean finger and you blend it. So my brands for the pencils are Carbothello. I've been using these actually since high school. I love this brand. It's Carb Othello, like Othello, but it's all one word. These come in packs of like 12, 24, I think there's a 36, 48, and a 1 something. 112? I don't know. I have a big wooden box of them. I think that's the biggest one. I'm not sure though. But I can vouch that all of them come with at least a good number to start with. You can also get these singles, usually as like at a Dick Blick, or even on Amazon to an extent. So, oh, Ron's Gone Wrong is a cute one. Cute. I gotta check that out then too. It looked cute. My husband and I are big fans of robots, so we'll have to check it out for sure. It looked really cute. I like the designs in it. I'm trying to think of what I've watched recently that I really liked. But I can never remember. Every time I stream, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta talk about this and that and that. And then I just forget. I don't know if it's not like I'm nervous. I've been doing this for like 7 years, man. I don't know what it is. I just can't remember. Granted, this week was crazy. My mind is mush. I'm half dead right now. Drinking coffee, so I'm trying. Totally, Bella. Do I have a link below the video? I know I did some equipment below the video, but I'm not sure. Hold on. Ugh, no, I didn't put it in there. Damn it. Straight up, damn it. Ugh. I'll have to add that. Is it in my equipment? I know I've got an equipment thing. No. Wait, maybe there's a tools one. Do I have tools? Hold on. Nope, I totally forgot to include my pastels that I use every time. What is wrong with me? My God, you guys, I'm telling you, this past year I haven't been like with it all. Oh yeah, cat, yay, I'm glad that worked. Yeah, I have like 8 different white things I use here. Like, let's talk about it. This is, oh, good Lord. I think I got 6, something like that. Okay, so each one of these has a different purpose. I'm actually missing one too. There's a Sakura pen. There we go. There you are. Come here. Come here. I think it's Sakura. No, it's a Signo. My bad. So I use all these at some point. Typically for pieces like this one that have more magic going on, there's a whole bunch of different things I use in here, and each one has a different purpose. I know this looks crazy, but I got to this point by serious trial and error. Each one is for a different reason. I feel crazy about it, but what am I supposed to do? They work. Yeah, so if you sign up at $3 or above, if you just want the digital content, you do get all the past posts. And this is what is like a blessing and something that sucks about Patreon, because a lot of Patreon creators, like, this is how people sign up and then download all their stuff and then give it away for free or try to resell it. It sucks. But for the most part, I think because that happens, yeah, you do get access to old posts. So if you sign up, let me see if I can find you a direct link to that post. Make it easy for anybody who does want to sign up. And you can just sign up for a month, like pay $3 and leave if you just want to have access for a month. That's totally fine too. I do not blame you whatsoever if that's how you want to go. I'm waiting for my authentication code. Because I do that too. I've done that actually for a bunch of musicians. Because like they'll have something that's specific for a month and then you're like, oh man, yeah. Okay, let me see if I can find it real quick. I for sure do at least one post a month that has to do with, you get coloring page, calendar, and a device wallpaper every month. But then I try to do extra stuff. Sometimes I don't have time, but mostly I do. And like I said, this month I'm going to try to really pump out at least 3. Here we go. No, dude, these are black-capped chickadees. Matt, come on, you know what's up. Alright, here it is. Here's the toned paper. Toned paper tools. Yeah, they're little black caps. Black cap chickadees. Happy New Year, Matt. How you doing? Right? Oh my god, black caps are like my favorite little bird. I love them so much. I'm so sad though, because I used to get them all the time in Minnesota, and then I moved to Illinois, and I have not seen them. I'm so sad about it. They're like my favorite bird. Wow. I do miss them. They are the cutest, pudgiest, fattest little... Oh my god, I love them. Yeah, I know. I gotta carve those out a bit. Was that a snowplow? No, that was a snowmobile. Okay, I think I'm to the point now where I'm gonna have to switch over to pastels, which means I'm gonna have to do that next time because I don't have them near me and I'm kind of tapped out already. Like, my brain is mush. But what happens with the Pastel Pass is all these colors just get really vibrant. So come by next Saturday, though I think next Saturday we're doing a watercolor. I was talking to one of the Twitch people, my regulars, and she wants me to finish one of her her things, so I think next time we're doing a watercolor. Pretty sure. Regardless, come on by. I'd like to have you. Okay, now I know I gotta go raid somebody. Have you ever thought about drawing a huge piece? I have. I started like a 24 by 36 before, and I've done another one that was 9 by 12s put together. Anytime you do a big piece though, plan it like small first. Then if you can blow it up, do that. That's the best way to do it, because then you use the space accordingly. But yeah, I've thought about doing another big one. It's just I don't have the time for it. The thing with Twitch that's nice is I like doing smaller pieces on stream, because then I can start them and finish them on stream. So every stream is basically one piece that I've started and finished, which is really, really nice, because then, you know, if somebody really wants it, they can grab it. These are usually always for sale too. So I don't know, I really like starting and finishing them on the stream. But yeah, I do big pieces once in a while. I do have plans for another like 9 by 12, which isn't very big, but you know, it's bigger than I normally work. But a lot of the time I just have a little bit of time to do some personal work, so I do kind of smaller things. Thank you for the question though, Fireburns. That's a nice one. I like questions. I'm on my phone. The screen is so small. Forgive me. Oh no, it's okay, Matt. You know you're forgiven before anything even happens. You're a good one. Let's see. So yeah, lots of things coming up on Patreon this month. Have you ever thought about being less cool? Or is it just impossible? Oh, Matt. You're so nice to me. No, I happen to be less cool normally. Like, I don't try, and yeah, it just kind of sinks away. I don't know. Yeah, I'm only cool when I've got some caffeine in me. Otherwise, I'm just kind of a bag of rocks, really. Or dirty laundry. I don't know. I'm just kind of a lump. Is anybody else an animate lump? Like, admittedly, you're just kind of lumping through. That's really what I'm about. I'm about lumping. Alright. Let me go see if anybody I know is streaming so I can raid them. If not, I will find someone new. In the meantime, what's everybody doing the rest of today? If there is a rest of today for you. If you're overseas, I suppose your day's really over, but... Usually I have my face cam too up here, but past couple of times I've streamed, I've just been like, oh, I don't want to put on makeup and do all that stuff. I swear, next weekend, as long as nothing goes crazy, I'll be doing that. Oh, Serenity, thank you. Oh, my friend Yen is on. Yes. Yen's great. She has been doing a drawing a day for, God, I don't even know. It's gotta be like a decade. She is hardcore when it comes to just being a baller content artist. Like, oh my God. I am in awe of her. But she says she's making a sketchbook right now. Let me make sure. I've got an ad right now. Total butt. Hold on. Oh yeah, she's totally... You guys think that'd be cool? Watch her make a sketchbook? Yeah, she's putting it together. I can vouch for this. Totally make your own sketchbooks if you get the chance. You get to use the right paper you want. It's really easy. You just buy, like, If you don't want to bind it, you can just make 3 holes in all of them and just take little metal rings and do like 3 of them. I've made so many sketchbooks just doing it that way. You don't need anything else. It's so easy. She might be doing it the legit way though. She looks like she's making like actual, God, what the hell are they called? Signatures. Yeah, dude, for real. So I've been on technically for 3 hours. A normal stream will be about that, if not a little longer. Typically longer, if I can do the full painting or drawing, what have you. Oh yeah, he's got a bunch of stuff. My husband has a bunch of art too. Go see his stuff. And here's all my stuff on this thing. Let's see what else. So we're gonna raid Yen, my buddy Yen. She's awesome. And I'll see you guys next Saturday, right? 2 p.m.? 2 p.m. CST. So for those that came over from Chrisabug, thank you. Thank you for hanging out and staying here. Sorry I can't be on longer. Like I said, my brain is mush. We did this. This is something. I still have more to do on it, but thank you everybody for coming. Please check out my socials, my Patreon and all that. But yeah, let's go see Yen. It'll probably blow her mind that there's 50 people coming in. That's something, ain't it? Anyway, you people have been great. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a good start to your new year. Bye.